All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. We are actually, I realized I tried recording the initial like intro video, but I realized it wasn't recording, so oops. But we are, I actually already got the order here, as you can kind of, I don't know if you can see it right there. I already got the order picked up, but we are going to be we're actually doing a Chick-fil-A order. It's like $7 or something for like, I think it was like $7.50 for like $7.50 for like 2 or 3 miles. But yeah, I forgot it didn't record for whatever reason, so it is what it is. But yeah, we are on the way actually to drop it off right now, so you'll see that little drop off action coming up in just a second. But a couple things to talk about. One being, well, a couple things. One being just how slow it is for me lately. Number two, I can't get into Uber anymore for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'll explain that later. And the third thing is there's a new tracking feature on DoorDash that I saw that came about last week. So it has to do with your on-time delivery. We'll get into that in a bit. I'm not going to do it while I'm driving because I'm already distracted enough as it is. But yeah, so this is the new intro for me, real first intro for you. I'm going to shut up and stop talking. Let's go drop this order off, film the action, and then I'm sure there'll be a break in the orders. But at some point in time, we're going to be we'll be going over everything. So let's get this drop off done, and we'll go from there. All right, so I just got done dropping off that one. I hate when there's no GPS signal or like you have no service in a certain spot because the app just breaks. Anyways, on the way over to that delivery, we actually got an Instacart order. It's 1704 going 5 miles, and it's only like 11 items for 2 people. So this should be pretty quick. I don't see any cases of water on there, thankfully, so that's a good sign. But so yeah, I accepted that on the way to the Chick-fil-A drop-off for the first one that we just did. So now we're going to the we're going to the Costco one to go do this little quick little delivery here. So not too bad. Making about what, 25 bucks ish, 25 bucks in, well, technically 2 hours of waiting, but you guys didn't, I don't think I brought that part up. But yeah, 25 bucks and back to back, it's pretty good. So let's go. All right, so we just dropped off that last order, and let's do a little discussion here, because a couple things going on. Number one, it's gonna be a real quick one, but it's been slow. I feel like it's getting worse and worse every year, because I've been door dashing maybe like pretty consistently now for the last like 3 to 4 years, and it is just not what it used to be in terms of busyness and payout. I really just think it's like, I think it's just becoming so expensive, because I've even tried to DoorDash some stuff before, and it's like you're paying double the price for driving down to the place yourself and getting it. So it's like, I think people are just being pinched for money, and it's just not becoming a good thing for people to use and for drivers to live off of. So I don't know. I mean, I'm in a very college, like, kind of centered town. So college kids typically don't care about money that much, and their parents kind of just funnel the money to them anyway. But I don't know. It's just not it's not what it used to be. But that's for that point. Second point that I mentioned earlier, Uber. I don't know why I'm not able to get into my account anymore, because, well, I can get into the account, but I can't drive anymore because, and I spent like the last 30 minutes trying to figure out why. And the reason is because my license, they're saying that it's not valid, but on the report that they sent me, it was, they pulled the data from when I lived in Colorado like 4 years ago, saying, oh yeah, your license has been surrendered, so you're not allowed to drive for Uber. It's like, so for the last 4 years that I've lived in Texas with a valid Texas driver's license that I've uploaded to Uber multiple times, mind you, changed my address, uploaded my registration, uploaded everything else that requires you to show that you're a valid driver. All of a sudden, I can't, like, what the fuck? Like, I can't drive with Uber anymore because you're pulling the licensing information from a license that I surrendered back to Colorado or to Texas. I don't know, whoever took it when I moved here. But for 4 years, it wasn't an issue until now. I don't know. I'm just so fed up with Uber's bullshit. Like, it doesn't make, and I know it's probably something, just a stupid clerical error or some stupid data pull thing that, like, that's not anyone's really control. They're just pulling like bad data. But it's just, I just can't find any good in Uber. Like, I don't know. It's stupid, but yeah, that's the second thing. I already forgot what the third thing is. You're gonna have to give me a second to kind of remember what I said, because I really don't remember. All right, I actually had to go back and watch the video that I made in the intro because I couldn't remember what it was. But the third point was, it's not really, I don't know if it's new for everybody. It's new for me, at least. I mean, I got this email a couple days ago, but it's, DoorDash is now going to be introducing your new on-time rate. So I'm going to show the little screenshot here so you guys can see what I'm talking about, so you guys can read along with. But it says, we heard your feedback. The old on-time or early rating had room for improvement, and you wanted to see a rating that adjusts more regularly and accounted for things that can happen on a dash. That's why starting today, we're excited to launch the new on-time rate in your Dasher app, a rating that is more responsive, transparent, and fairer to Dashers like you. How it works. So the new on-time rate is based off of your last 100 deliveries. So it's kind of like how, like, your ratings work. Like, if you get a 1-star rating, after, like, once you go through 100 more, that 1-star rating gets removed. So it's kind of the same way with the on-time rating. So every 100th one's going to replace the oldest one. You guys kind of know how that works. Basically, they're saying they're calling for more transparency on things like that. But there's one thing that I'm concerned about with all this, because sometimes there's just things that are out of our control. I mean, with DoorDash, it's not too bad as it is with, like, Instacart, Jesus, where you're trying to, like, if you can't find something and it's just taking forever and you end up spending way more time than you need to, then, you know, I think on Instacart, that one can be an issue for you. Because I would immediately, when I saw that, there's a frequently, like, or like, I guess, expected questions or FAQ part that they have, and this one is the one I immediately thought of. It says, will this rating impact my experience as a Dasher? This rating aims to give Dashers like you clear insight into your last 100 deliveries. In the future, it may be included as part of the eligibility criteria for the Dasher Rewards program. So, I mean, who knows? That just seems like another thing for us to get, kind of like, to to get screwed over on. And maybe, I mean, if some people care about their status being, you know, like, I don't even know what they are. It's like, what, platinum status, silver status, like, there's all these weird things. Some people really care about it. I personally don't. I mean, because I think right now for me, it's based off of my acceptance rate, and my acceptance rate is like 3%. So, but it's interesting nonetheless to see how this whole thing's going to work out. I don't really know if it's going to really do much, but again, personally, in my experience, DoorDash doesn't really give me, I'm never really late unless I multi-app. The only time it'll ever be an issue is if I do like a super dirty move where we're multi-apping, where we're doing an Uber and a DoorDash at the same time, because I've done that. I've done that. I still do that, and I plan on keep doing that, because let's be honest, like, I'm not gonna, if there's a situation where I'm going across the street for the same, like for 2 different restaurants going across the street that's less than like a mile away, I mean, why not do that? It's not like it's going to be terrible, but that would be the only issue I can see in the future. They might try to negate the people doing multi-apping in that sense, which I understand, but I mean, you got to be, if you're a driver or a dasher, you got to know if it's reasonable or not. I've taken some where I'm like, I probably shouldn't have done that. And then but most of them are just like, yeah, it's just a quick jump across the street. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes regarding all that. But I don't know if it's going to be weighted as heavy as other factors, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with it for sure. Since we're talking about the ratings and everything, I'll go ahead and show up my ratings on the screen so you guys can see what I've done. So overall, I'm actually much higher than 3%. I'm actually at 30%. Interesting. I thought it would be much lower. I think Uber was 3%. Anyway, I lied. We're not at 3%. We're at 30%. Completion rate is 96. Sometimes if I got frustrated at times and just canceled them off. Customer rating 4.9. That's pretty solid. On-time rate is at 100%, but that's just because I have one on-time delivery. I think the one we just did with the Chick-fil-A today was the very first one that it actually started tracking. So we'll see how it goes in the future and everything. But I think I might. I don't know if you guys even care about ratings. Are you guys interested in seeing the ratings at the end of like each video, just to see like how everything is for me, at least, so you guys can compare your ratings and things like that? I don't know. I might start doing that at the end, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. It is 1:15 right now, and I'm gonna try to get back on the DoorDash. I already got kicked off because, you know, I can't schedule myself in, so I figured actually we can jump back in right now. That's perfect. We can go till 2 o'clock, so that's perfect. So we're gonna try to continue on here for the next 45 minutes or so, and try to get one more before the first half ends. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. That's all the big discussion points that I wanted to cover today. So I kind of rambled on a little bit. So everything from here on out will just be filming the drop-offs and things like that. So let's go. All right, it is now the second half of the day. It is 5 o'clock. I've been sitting here for about an hour, haven't gotten anything. And well, that's not true. We finally got our first one. So it is another Chick-fil-A one for $7.50, going like 3 miles again. Looks very similar to the very first one that we did. So let's go ahead and pick this one up, drop it off. You guys know how it goes. All right, so I didn't film the drop-off just because it was literally, oh, and my phone goes down on the floor. Okay, so I didn't film the drop-off because it was literally in the middle of chaos and like kids were everywhere, so I just didn't do it. But we're gonna do probably the last one of the night because it is starting to get dark, and we got one on Grubhub, believe it or not. I kind of forgot that the app was on. I turned it on in the beginning of the day, and I never turned it off, and I just forgot about it until I just got this notification. But it's actually a pretty good one. So we're gonna close today out with this one. It's for $17.66, going 4.5 miles. So this one should be pretty good. It's McAllister's Deli. I've been there a couple times. It's pretty quick to get the stuff. I usually don't have a problem with them. So let's go drop this one off. It's a little bit out of the zone that I like to be in, but it's in an okay neighborhood. It's not bad. So, but yeah, let's go do this one. Nice, easy 17, 18 bucks here. So let's go ahead and do this, and then I'll probably just recap everything and call it for the day. So let's go ahead and pick this order up, film the drop off. You guys know how it goes. All right, guys, well, that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna put the updated total down here as always, or on the side. I think it's this side. For what we did today, it wasn't great at all by any means, but you know, this is the reality for me, at least, how it is here. I mean, I'm running almost every app with the exception of Uber, so you know, you can only do so much, I guess, in these instances. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for today, guys. Let me know what you think about the whole, I get, what is it called, DoorDash's new rating that they have. If you guys have that thing going on yet, let me know. But other than that, that's going to do it for today, guys. I'll probably do another video hopefully sometime next week, again, because work is just taking over all my time. So, but yeah, that's going to do it for now, guys. I will see you in the next one.